Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at
you're right.
Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs.
What? Oh, wow.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Right. Yeah. Sound like she need a lot of counseling.
Now the first carry for their fullback.
Wow.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Snap. Oh, damn.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It fights him off. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box. right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Right.
Fournette. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Right. Dripping with his nut.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now it's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away.
Nigga have to be eating beans and shit to nigga get another check. I got to make my shit last.
Take it in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
There he goes.
Oh, man, that was the best run move I ever did. Damn.
A big play there. 78 yards.
Wait.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point.
I did some Mike and Ike shit on that.
Point after by Lambeau.
You know how a guy try and backpedal? I just slowed down and let my blocker engage.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
I think that was 85.
In the end zone. Twisting away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I think this is my first time playing. Tay, man, what do you like to do?
On the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Yeah,
but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away.
My damn pinto beans will be ready in a half hour. Got him in the crock pot.
There as his guys will get it at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive,
I wish I had some coleslaw.
For the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in.
Yeah, I didn't fell off here and there, but, my goal is to do none, but I done fell off a couple times.
So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
What?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tannehill. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you.
Right. Yeah, that sounds suspect.
For me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City.
Right.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Flushed out right. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Usher and them.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Hawkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And an alley to run. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go play action on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ace!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure.
Damn, he wide the fuck open. God damn.
Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs
I ain't had nobody I could switch to in the vicinity.
And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Shit.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what?
Okay.
I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And out come the Chiefs now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes.
Too much time, fellas. God damn.
Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Left. Z.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game,
You're right.
it behooves them to get better on first down.
I never thought about it.
Certainly
You're
not what they were
absolutely
looking
right.
for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Run.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He's got a man.
Dog, how did I not get that?
Now hold everything here. We're going to
how the fuck did I not get that?
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I just knew that was mine. You're right. right.
So how about that for a changeover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now. First and 10.
Oh. Right. Yeah.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And going deep for him. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yeah. And he one-handed it.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
50-50. Waiting. Hey, 20.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
He probably going to send some pressure on this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a quick one or a touchdown.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. Looking long for Westbrook.
That was too much L1.
Incomplete. 1 second left to go. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. Third down here. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Lambeau will put this one through. The second half
what happened?
Sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here's Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
On second down, here's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got the first down inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Yeah.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the
the first play. I took control of the corner and jumped, and he caught it. This the war.
Now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down.
Man, God damn it!
Incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback.
I said triangle, not square.
Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet.
You see that bullshit?
Up here.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Who Cujo barking
Butker
at?
now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61
on a delay,
yards.
yeah.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker.
I think I got that play from Mike.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
Motherfuckers exactly been killing me on that shit, so I'm like, let me try it.
All of a sudden, they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere.
Man, I hit the spin move and they make this motherfucker go back 10 yards.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get
that just don't make no fucking sense.
Pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Say the best for last.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That Ramsey is a bad motherfucker.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. There's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
What the fuck is that getting burnt over there?
In for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Here you go, right here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left. Ace, ace. Z, 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 Z. Hunt.
Now Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hawkins. That one goes for 24 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Yo.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off play action, Tannehill. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Tannehill on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Kerry Hyder in there to get him for a loss of 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Mike, you be doing that play action wide receiver to the R1.
And that will get them one closer.
Where it's like the inside slot guy let the outside guy cut inside of him, then he go deep.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away.
Yeah.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Oh, I thought that was that play where you was getting that guy always open on the outside, on the right side.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL,
okay.
Anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Left.
Right.
Ace. Z.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They give him a gain of 38. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
I leave that motherfucker open.
And for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Okay.
Butker now to kick this one away.
Yeah.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 49 yards. Here's a give to Fournette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action through.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown.
Anthony Hitchens, the linebacker, that fast, for real.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit up with a screen.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing right, and that's complete. A very solid gain of 27. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Kerry Hyder in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And shoves him off at the 20. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
The Jaguars on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw is Tannehill, and that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever